Hello, welcome to the next episode of Old School Science Demonstrations. I'm your host, Stephen Rakusik. Today we're looking at the corpus callosum. And this one's called Are You Connected? Okay, and remember, there is the lesson plans located right next to this, and also that demo card. Now, the materials you need for this one are a projector and a screen. You also need a computer, it can be a laptop or desktop. And there'll be a couple PowerPoints I'll have for you, also located next to the lesson plan that you'll need for the demonstration. You'll need a couple pencils, some paper, and some tape. Also, you need a box. Now, what I've done is I've taken an old paper box and I've cut 2 holes in the front of it, which you can put your hands in there. And what's nice about the box like this, you can take all your materials in, place them back in the box, put it on your shelf, and it's always there for the next time. Now, for today, I'll actually need to have a volunteer, and I'm going to have Bob come up here. And we're going to test today if Bob's corpus callosum is connected. Now, this actually goes along with an old Scientific America Frontiers video, and it's called The Man with Two Brains. And I do have the link for that in the lesson plan. I suggest watching that, also showing your kids. It's a great video that goes along with this little activity. Now, what we're going to do today is check to see if Bob's corpus callosum is connected. And it's a simple test to do that. Now, all we have to do is take a piece of paper. I'm going to slip it inside my box, just like this. And I'm going to tape it on both sides. Put it censored in there. And I'll give Bob two pencils. Of course, this will be the kids in your class doing this. And I'm going to have you go ahead and place your hands in there. And I have some PowerPoints set up. And those will be also located next to the lesson plan. And I'll have it set up 2 different ways. I'll have it set up as a show. I also have it set up as a regular PowerPoint, which you can add your own diagrams and stuff to it to kind of suit your class. What we'll do is we'll flash up in 2 images on the small computer screen in front of Bob. And he has to, as quickly as he can, with both of his hands, draw those 2 images. Now, if the corpus callosum is connected, when he goes to draw those, we'll notice that the 2 images will kind of mesh together. So if you're drawing, for example, a square and a circle, you'll see parts of the circle show up in the square and parts of that square showing up in the circle. Okay? If there's a separation between the 2 brains, you can draw those perfectly. Now, I've done this probably 75 to 100 times with different students over the years. I've had one person able to do this. Okay? It just amazed all of us. It was perfect. I don't expect to see that ever again, but you might. So the key to this is you actually want to fail this test. What I'll do is I'm actually going to flash up a couple of these so Bob can get an idea of what's going to happen. Then I'll have him do the 3rd one. So what I'll have is I'll have a center line, which I'll have the student focus on this. So I'll have him focus on the center line. Then 2 images will flash up on the screen. And he has to, as quickly as he can, write those down. And the key to this is that Bob should not be looking at the screen. I'd actually have him probably turn around and showing this behind the students. And he'd actually be looking at the screen here. So I'm going to flash this up. And I'd flash it about that quick. Okay, I'm going to do the 3rd one for Bob. This one, you notice, was 2 different images. And he'd have to draw those if I selected that one. I'm going to go to the next one. And I always have a line in between them so I can set up for the next one. This is actually the one we're going to have Bob try it. So he's going to have to do it as quick as he can, and then we'll compare it to the actual drawing. Ready, Bob?
Ready.
All right, he has to go as quick as he can here and draw them both at the exact same time. And we're going to see if his corpus callosum is connected. We'll pull this out. And I guarantee the students will love this, and probably the only bad thing is they're all going to want to try it. And you'll notice, actually, we'll come back to the image here, and I'll always bring the image back up, and I'll usually pass it around. And if we look at this, actually show up to the camera here, you'll notice he actually didn't do too bad. We notice like there's a flat edge right here. So you can see on the original image where there was the triangle, or actually the diamond shape, where it comes off to the side, he caught that here, and also a flat edge on this side. And you'll notice that this actually almost became like more of a rectangular square because it's a combination of both. So in this case, Bob did fail the test, which is a good thing. And the only test your kids ever want to fail, which is a little unusual to say. But you'll notice there's a series of images that you can make them harder as you go along. I'll just kind of go through a few more of these, get the idea of what's all there. And I probably put on about 10 or so on this one. What I also want to show you though is the PowerPoint, which I'll bring this up. And then you can add your own to this. So you just basically go down, and what you'd want to do is take and copy, for example, number 12 here, and bring it down to 14, and then add additional pictures to this. And simply go into clip art. You can place pictures on here and make your own selections. Again, thanks for coming to our website. We encourage you to come back as often as you'd like. If you have any questions or comments, our email address is always located in the lesson plan next to the video. Thanks again, and I guarantee your kids will like this one.